Everybody. Welcome to Summer Fundamentals of Speech, Theater 120. You will hear me refer to this class as public speaking for the majority of the class, because that's pretty much what this is. We are working on public speaking. And for us, we're working on public speaking in the sort of like online internet atmosphere. However, because of what we're doing in the online class, this actually does translate to what you do face to face. I've set the class up that way. So welcome to the class. My name is Shante Caraballo. I am a professor in the Department of Theater, Speech, and Dance, because speech is a minor in our university, and this class sits in that. And I do teach in that department. I am the course coordinator, so I'm the speech coordinator for all the courses that are speech titled in this university. So anything that is speech related, I'm over those courses, the curriculum, the faculty, all that kind of stuff. So I am the person who developed the curriculum for this course, and the curriculum for this course is the same across all sections of public speaking. So you should get similar things in all of the classes. It should be relatively the same. There's a little bit of difference here with this class. It is completely online. We don't have any sessions that you have to meet live and like the whole class gets together and there's lectures. Nope, this is what we call an asynchronous class, meaning you have to actually manage yourself and do all of the course assignments and readings and things like that on your own within a certain amount of time. This is also a 6-week class. In a traditional semester, it's a 16-week class. So I'm sure you can guess that this class isn't less work, it's more work shoved into a very short amount of time. So you're going to have to do a lot of stuff in this class. So be prepared to just roll with it. What does that mean? That means that every single week that we have, you have multiple assignments throughout the week. So it's not like, oh, I got to do that one reading. Nope, you have readings to do multiple times a week. You have videos to shoot multiple times a week. You have multiple assignments to shoot and do every week, right? And that requires you being active in the class every single week. So if you are watching this video right now, that means you are registered in the class, and that means that you have work to do this week. Anybody who does not do the work this week is going to be dropped from the class. So please make sure that you do the assignments this week. Also, if you don't do the assignments this week, you will find you get behind very quickly in this class. It moves quick. It's 6 weeks, it's summer school, so you got to just roll with it, okay? We are going to do a lot of stuff, but if you hang in there, trust me, I promise you will learn and you'll be okay, right? I walk you through pretty much everything. So my name is Shante, and I'm going to be there for you. So if you need help, feel free to email me, send me a Canvas message. I am available. I will help you out. But before you do that, most times you should probably read the assignment instructions. Because this class is set up for you to find and do everything kind of on your own, I more than likely gave you very specific instructions how to do something. And if you are a person who skims instructions, you're like, I skimmed it, I think I got it all, you probably missed something. Because this course requires you to actually do most of the stuff on your own, that means you cannot skim instructions. You need to read them all in detail, because for every assignment that I give you, there are detailed instructions. There's often a sample attached to it. And most times there's a video of me either explaining it or demonstrating it or both. So that means you have to take your time to do those before you send me an email or a text message and say, I can't find the instructions. Because if the instructions exist, I'm going to say, here's the answer to your question. It's in the assignment instructions, mostly because those instructions are going to give you a much better response than I will in an email. I need you to look at all of that. So if something is missing, then that's something I need to fix, because Canvas isn't perfect. But if something is there and the instructions exist, you should probably use those instructions, because they're going to be way better than anything I can give you in a text message or an email in a couple of minutes. That being said, if you have read all the instructions and you've been through everything and you still have a question, I am happy to assist. So please feel free to reach out and ask those questions. Now, if you hang with me this whole 6 weeks, I usually joke that we're all going to be TikTok stars by the end of it, because frankly, you'll find that I put a lot of videos here. They're from TikTok. They're things that I record on TikTok because I think it's just easier to digest that way. So if you see something and you're like, oh, that was a TikTok video. Yep, it sure was. So by the end of this 6 weeks, we'll all be TikTok stars. So do not worry about it. All right. This week, you do have something you need to do. There are a bunch of assignments you need to complete. Most importantly, you need to do the welcome video. It really helps you get used to what this is like and what we have to do in this class. There's a pretty standard structure for pretty much everything that we do in this class. Here is what that structure is like. Read something in the textbook or some kind of reading or lecture or something that provided for you. Then you record a speech about it. After you record the speech, you submit it, you turn it in, you're going to do a self-evaluation on how you did on that speech. Then you are going to be assigned a peer, meaning somebody in your class whose video you need to watch. You're going to have to watch their speech. And then you are going to do a peer assessment on that video, meaning you need to give that person some feedback on how they did on the speech based on the criteria of what you have learned so far. That assignment just repeats over and over and over again every single week. Every assignment that you do in this class is going to be like that. Save for the 2 final speeches you have to do in this class, and those you have to do with me in a Zoom. So you schedule an appointment, and I will watch you do that. That is how this class works. Yes, that's a lot of videos to record, but if you were in a class face-to-face, which some of you have been in the face-to-face class for this, that means that you know that you come to class every single day, and you give speeches every single day. So in order for us to kind of mirror that, that means you've got to do videos and you've got to record them and people have to watch you. So what are some things that are going to help you to do those videos? 1, do not sit down. You'll notice I'm sitting down. Don't do that. You need to stand for every single video. So I usually recommend take a step back and notice that my laptop is actually already at the height for me. I do have a standing desk, so sometimes you will notice that I will lift it so that it is directly at eye level, but you'll notice that I'm able to stand and look directly at the camera. My laptop isn't below me on the floor. It is actually where my eyes can look directly at the camera. Make sure you do that. Find a way to make that happen for you. Find a way to put it on a pillow or on top of a desk or on top of a bookshelf or on top of some boxes or something. Experiment around with that. Because a lot of things of what I'm grading for you is delivery. And if your delivery is that you're hunched over and looking like this, then I can't see your face and I can't assess that delivery for you. And neither can your classmates. We want to see your beautiful face and your beautiful eyes. So work on getting your laptop up to that spot. Number 2, you'll find that this is going to be a little difficult to do on a cell phone. It's just kind of hard. There's a lot of like watching and recording and all those kinds of things. So it's going to be tough. So I usually recommend using your laptop if you have one. If you do not have a laptop, then you should get one. I have a link in our class that helps you find how to get that from our university and check one out. Do it now. You're going to need it. Make sure you get it and do it early. Lastly, you're going to record a lot of videos. And my video recommendation, which is also why I recommend you get a laptop, is Canvas. Inside Canvas, there is an actual recording function. So when you go to submit your assignment, it will ask you, how do you want to submit? You click media recording. And in that is how you're going to record your video. It is important that you do it that way because that allows myself and your classmates to see your video without having to download it or do anything additional to view the video. That's super important for efficiency and for accuracy. If you record the video in any other format and then try to upload it to Canvas, that means that myself and your classmates now have to do something additional to be able to watch and give you that feedback. And that is not helpful for your classmates. It's also not helpful for me. It means it takes me longer to give you feedback. And with the short amount of time we have for this class, I really, really, really need you to not do that. So please make sure you record in Canvas. It is beneficial to all of us, and it requires that you have no additional like software or technology or things needed. It's already in the class. So please make sure you use that. Lastly, super important to know, because this class moves fast, you cannot turn in assignments late. That's not me being mean. That's not me not being understanding. That just means if you turn in an assignment late, that triggers something else that is not going to be able to be completed. In this class, all the assignments build on top of each other. As I mentioned, you'll notice that I said every week you're going to record a video, do a self-evaluation, and then evaluate another classmate. If you submit that first assignment, the video, if you submit that late, then Canvas does not assign you a peer assessment. That means you miss this assignment. That means you don't get these points. 0, gone, right? Also, it means that the person who you've been assigned to over here is missing the feedback that they're supposed to get. So not only do you miss out on a learning opportunity and you get a zero, that classmate missed out on a learning opportunity as well. So it is important that you do this main assignment here and you do it on time. Please get in a habit of thinking, I have to record videos every week. I have to record videos every week, right? You have to do them multiple times a week. So please get in the habit of understanding that that is super important. We all chose to be crazy and go on this 6-week journey together. So you got to go along with the craziness and jump into the circus. We're going to do it together. So please just dive right in. It's super important that you do them on time. Put them in your calendar and get it done. Now, I do not care what you look like in your videos. You happen to see me in what I'm wearing today. You will get some videos from me where I don't look like I'm your professor. Why? Because it's summertime and I just needed to get you some information. I also do that because I want you to get in the habit of knowing what it's like to just record the video where you are. I am not concerned with what you're wearing. I'm not concerned with your hair looks like. I'm also not concerned with what is happening in your background. We are not judging your home life. We are not judging anything around you. So if you have to record your video at work because that is where you do your homework and you do it on your lunch break because you work at night and that's when you have time, guess what, friend? That's perfectly okay with me. I am not judging you. I'm more concerned with what you're doing as opposed to where you're doing it at and what the heck you're wearing. Okay, that doesn't matter to me. I have been able to teach this class online in a number of scenarios with a variety of different types of students. Some of my favorite have been active duty military members who are deployed in Afghanistan, and they had to deliver their speeches outside of their tents in Afghanistan at night with hardly any lighting at all. So I understand situations. Now, if I cannot view your video because it's so dark, I might ask you to find a way to get some lighting. I have kind of the perfect scenario here. I've got an office with a standing desk and an extra light to provide me some light. You don't need all of that. Just record your speeches. Make sure I can see your face. Make sure I can see what you're doing. You'll notice I'm standing and you can see me from the waist up. That way I can see your hands and your face. I'm really concerned about what your feet are doing because I can tell what your feet are doing based on what your upper body is doing. So I can give you feedback on that. But most of the times, just need to see this much of you because I need to see what your hands are doing. And I do need to see you using a note card in your hand. There's a whole separate video on how to use the note cards. Look, friends, this is going to be a crazy wild ride of 6 weeks, but come along on the journey with me and we will make sure that everything goes well. You got this. It's going to be fun. And by the end of the 6 weeks, we'll all be TikTok stars. Hope to see you soon.